Hello everyone, this is Messi once again, and today is that time of year as we are now officially at the month of October. And yes, it's that time of year that Halloween is coming up on the 31st day of October. Definitely I'm excited, I'm looking forward to it. And yes, I'm going to be reviewing some horror movies for this month. I'm not going to review every single one of them, but I'm just going to review the ones that I have the needs to review. And you'll see what I'm going to review. But today, to start off with, forgive me for scratching my nose here, it's itching. Today, I'm going to re-review this movie. I reviewed this movie one time with my brother Johnson when it was all quiet and everything without having to say a single word during the review, which I'll put the link down below the description if you have not seen it. But for right now, I'm not going to be quiet like I did the last time, but this time I'm just going to talk because I don't want to let the gimmick wear out. And this is my review of the one and only A Quiet Place, starring Emily Blunt and John Krasinski. Both of them are husband and wives in real life, as they both star in the film, while Krasinski co-wrote the script and directed the film. And it's produced by Andrew Form, Brad Fuller, and Michael Bay. Film composer Marco Beltrami, and you have the two child actors, Melissa Simmons and Noah Jupe. So, for right now, this review I'm going to talk about will contain spoilers, as I've always wanted to talk about this movie since I first saw it. When I first saw this movie, I really loved it, but now for my second viewing, is it about as good, or is it even better? Well, here it goes. And before I give you my thoughts on the movie, here's the backstory I gotta tell you, and you are not gonna believe this. The film itself was originally going to be part of the Cloverfield universe, but the filmmakers and the studios felt that it worked best as an original standalone film. And of course, why it was originally going to be part of the Cloverfield universe, because the writers who wrote this film before Krasinski was brought on board was that the two writers happened to wrote 10 Cloverfield Lane. And the writers who wrote 10 Cloverfield Lane were Brian Woods and Scott Beck. Which it would have been interesting if this was part of the Cloverfield movie, but as an original film, I think it's probably for the better. But of course, I need to add the fact that this film, of course, is not really 100% original, but it's about as original as it could get, as this film is like a cross between M. Night Shyamalan's Signs meets the Ron Underwood movie Tremors. Tremors meets Signs. If you could see the comparison, and I could totally see that, how many people would feel about this movie. So there's that. And also the bathtub scene that features Emily Blunt in the movie, that was all done in one take. And according to her real-life husband, John Krasinski, when he says, cut, Blunt immediately felt like a character and just asked the crew, what's everyone having for lunch? And of course, the creature design and wasn't fully realized until it was finally considered toward its post-production process. The film made its debut at the South by Southwest Film Festival on March 9th, 2018, and was able to receive a wide release on April 6, 2018, as it opened to critically acclaimed reviews by critics and audience alike. And it was able to make back a $17 million budget by making over $180 million in the U.S., and of course by making $234.5 million worldwide. The film itself hasn't yet to earn any Oscar nominations yet, but it'll still be under consideration as the Oscars don't happen until next year. So that's the backstory here. But now, I got to watch this movie last night, and I still love this movie. And here's why. Well, the movie itself, yes, it's not really original, but it's about as original as it can get. As I said, the movie's like a cross between Tremors meets Signs. And I thought the story itself, I think it's very well told. I thought the writers, there's Scott Beck and Brian Woods and John Krasinski did a great job writing the script, as well as Krasinski to not only he gave such a great performance for portraying the husband and the father as he's trying to keep his family safe and alive, and also, of course, Abel knows how to make this movie to look like a film. So I gotta give props to Krasinski for that, as well as to cast someone, Melissa Simmons, to someone who is actually really deaf, rather than having someone pretend to be deaf. And she does a really good job too, even though she's deaf in the film, but to cast someone very authentic is really superb. And I thought Noah Jupe did a really good job, and of course Krasinski's wife, Emily Blunt, does a really good job as well. All the cast did great. I love the settings, the location of the film. And I thought the effects by ILM are very well done, so I really do like the creature design, as it's not trying to be like a Cloverfield reject. And I thought the music by Marco Beltrami is very well done. It's very terrifying and very atmospheric, which really sets the mood of the movie quite well. And I thought the premise is very well executed, and it definitely has a really good scare factors in the movie. And believe it or not, when I was watching this movie last night, when I first saw this movie, there was one movie that got me teary-eyed, and now watching it again for the second time, there's actually a few more moments that got me teary-eyed. And spoilers, when you first see the opening scene in the movie, where everything's all completely isolated, everyone is gone, and all you have left is Krasinski, Blunt, and the children. And as soon as they're heading back home, one of the children plays with a rocket ship. Krasinski reacted to it, and so does everyone. He tries to save the kid, but unfortunately was too late to save him. And of course, days move on, and then of course, you have the family living in the farm with a cornfield, and then of course, you have this one moment in the film where Blunt's character sees one of their sons getting killed in the opening, which has a bunch of dolls, I believe, and puts the saying on her ear, and puts on the dolls, and which of course she did that because of how much she really loves her son, which that was a bit sad there. And of course, I did get teary-eyed at the moment where Krasinski tries to rescue his wife, but soon when he makes it to the bathroom, the tub has some blood marks on it. Krasinski thought that he lost her, but as soon, boom, a hand was placed on the glass of the shower door. He opens it up, and then you have the baby and Emily Blunt in the shower, which that also got me teary-eyed. And yes, of course, I didn't expect this to happen in the movie when I first saw this movie, but now seeing it again, it is a powerful scene in the movie and very emotional that Krasinski had to risk his own life to save his children when they're being stuck inside the truck. But of course, Krasinski tells his daughter to say that he loves her and will always love her, and then he just lets out his last call of yelling, and then the monster just goes over to Krasinski and then dies. So, and yeah, watching this movie, I was definitely on the edge of my seat, as not only you're loving the characters, but you're also rooting for them that you don't want them to die as they're trying to survive. Because this movie deals with isolation, survival, and also redemption. Those are the three things that are part of this movie: isolation, survival, and redemption. I mean, sure, yeah, they do make some odd choices in the film, but they don't seem to bother me at all. So I really wasn't really that upset by it. I wasn't really annoyed by it. I mean, none of that bothers me at all. And I know when you watch this movie, I know that not many of you are going to like this movie, and that's okay, because you're not going to agree everyone else saying that it's the greatest movie of all time, but if you're not a fan of this movie, that's totally okay. Nothing wrong with you for not liking this movie. You always could like other movies you really do think is better than A Quiet Place, or, I don't know. I mean, it's to each of our own. We agree to disagree. And yes, I thought the use of silent language is very well done too, and I like this movie how it plays out, because we don't need this much of a hand-fisted dialogue to explain everything, or just to hear lines are so cliche and this and that and so on and so forth. The way itself is all presented in a visual way of storytelling, and I really love that. There are some moments where they talk, but for the most part, it was all done very silent, which I think like 90-95% of the movie is all told in silent language, whereas the other 5% or 10% is all dialogue, but everything else is dialogue free. And I thought the creature design is very well done too. So, and that's all I can say about this movie. But if you have not seen A Quiet Place, then check it out. I mean, I really do love this movie. I really recommend it. It's not really 100% original, but it's about as original you can get. And this is definitely going to be in one of my favorite films of 2018 this year, because I really love A Quiet Place. And Krasinski, kudos to you. Kudos to you on making it a darn good movie. I really have a lot of fun watching this movie. And when I reviewed this movie, it was first off, I gave it an A, but now on, I think this movie upgrades itself to an A+. Definitely a whole lot better than the first viewing, but I really love A Quiet Place. And yes, I think this movie really does deserve some Oscars for this movie. Maybe for Best Director, Best Cinematography, the music, maybe Best Picture, I don't know, but it at least deserves something. It really deserves something. So, that's my review of A Quiet Place, and let me know what do you think of this video. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Feel free to put your comments down below, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And also, if you want to ask me anything what I did not bring up in this review, please feel free to tell me what else have I not brought up about this movie. I'll be happy to know. So, thank you for watching, take care, and I will see you guys later for another horror review in October. So, thank you, and have a nice day.